What's up, guys? It's Quinn.
It's Alex.
It's Iconic Comic, and we're back with our Road to Infinity War commentaries. This is the culmination and finale of Phase 1. It's Marvel's The Avengers. We've been building up to this point, and this week we got the Infinity War trailer. So we're on the highway to Infinity War now.
Oh yeah, it's right around the corner. The hype for this movie has just built up for 10 years.
So that
10 years of build up to Infinity War. I'm overjoyed.
And if you could say that, you know, the MCU started with Iron Man, the Road to Infinity War started with the first Avengers movie, really, like, because that's when we're going to see Thanos at the end, and the Chitauri, you know, he kind of rules over them. So this is kind of the first big step towards Infinity War. All right, I'm just ready to watch this.
Well, now before we get into this,
you're right.
Before we get into this real quick, we want to talk to you about T-Blocks. It is a T-shirt subscription service for $8.99 a month. You can get a really cool geek shirt. I'm wearing mine right now. It's a World of Warcraft shirt. And the quality of the shirt is just, don't pet me. It's awesome. It feels great. It looks really cool. And what's really cool about this is that you're not going to get the same t-shirt as everyone else. You can go on and you can pick your interests, and you can either get a licensed t-shirt like Marvel, DC, or games or something like that, or the community blocks option where it is an artist-inspired shirt. So highly recommend to go on there and just check it out. And if you use our code ICONICTBX, you can save 10% off of your order.
Well said.
So go ahead and go on and just check it out, because everyone that watches our channel, including us, has a nerddom that they subscribe to. And everyone likes to wear that shirt. You know, you wear your Marvel shirts, I wear a World of Warcraft shirt. Somebody's going to see that and connect with you. So, I love shirts. You love shirts. Everybody loves shirts.
Let's get on into this thing.
And let's watch Avengers.
Okay. All right. So there's going to be a timer in the corner of the screen down here somewhere, so you can sync up your copy. But without further ado, 3, 2, 1.
1, 2, 3, 4. This is it. This is probably my favorite. I'm going to go out on a limb and say my favorite movie.
Like ever? It's pretty close. It's in my top, definitely my top 3 of all time. I think Iron Man 3 was the last time we saw the Paramount logo, actually. Mm-hmm. Tesseract. Okay. We can't quote the movie, Quinn. I'm going to turn it up a little bit.
Some volume action. Yeah, like, this movie has so many memorable scenes and one-liners, and it's almost the perfect movie.
Right? There's like
almost the perfect
There's like
movie.
nothing wrong with this movie. And I remember going to the theater to see this for the first time.
Yep.
I was hyped, but like not as hyped as I am now for like Infinity War, just because we'd only had 5 Marvel movies up to that point.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like, oh my god, we're seeing all these characters together. But it was like when I sat down, and then like when I started seeing all the different characters, I was like, this is really happening. Like this is a universe.
And I think that for me, you turn it down just a tad. Let's go 60.
That's what it was on before.
Perfect. So, for me personally, I think this movie is the first MCU movie to really be shot like you're reading a comic book, with the cut, like the way the camera's cut, the way it's pointing up like that at Nick Fury. And
is it just me, or is it like even the movies after this and now, this movie feels like it looks the best. Like it looks so clean and so clear.
But like right now, even the most humdrum parts, you can totally see this being panels in a comic book.
Oh yeah.
So Coulson walked all that way just
to turn around. Hey, when Nick Fury's your boss,
I guess you just follow.
This is
Phase 2? Phase 2 prototypes?
This is the first time that we saw Maria Hill. She is serviceable in this movie and like Age of Ultron, but she works in this universe, but I can't see her being the Maria Hill from the comics who ends up being the director of S.H.I.E.L.D. and like crazy super badass. I can't see Kobe Smulders pulling that off. I hope she proves me wrong and in the future she does.
That tie is weird. And
It's like a square bottom.
It's an English tie.
See, I like the square bottom ties, but only they need to be like skinnier. Like, But just the little things. It's the little things like those jokes. The Hulk. The first time I watched this movie, I thought he said
the Hulk.
The Hulk. And I was like, excuse me? You know what? I may be in the minority. I love Hawkeye. And I love him in this movie. I don't care. I think he services, obviously, he kind of gets the shaft when it comes to playing with the other Avengers throughout the movie. But when he shows up in that last battle, I love everything he does. Mm-hmm. And he shows his worth as an Avenger. Like, he's not just an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Well, then he really showed it in Age of Ultron, too.
We're fighting an army of robots, and I have a bow and arrow.
None of this makes any sense.
And I'm glad how they kind of brought back a character from the other people's solo movies. So, like, they brought back Selvig from Thor and Pepper from Iron Man.
Yeah.
I guess Cap didn't really get anybody, but...
Bucky, kind of?
Well, he's not in this.
No, not in this.
Oh, yeah.
I'm saying, like,
I'm just saying for this movie, like, you kind of got a small connection with the couple.
Yeah. Like a little bridge.
Yeah. I like how he's, like, on fire. I'm curious, like, what were they doing over there? Like, it looks like it was set up for somebody to come in and make an entrance. I'm sure they can explain it.
No, I think that was just the harness, like, to... You know, like in Spider-Man 2, how they had the...
Oh, yeah, to, like, suck the energy in, basically.
Like the power of the sun.
Because they were trying to use it for energy.
Yeah.
Dude, he straight up murders some people right here.
You know,
Dead.
I still kind of...
Dead.
I don't know how I feel about how he shoots his laser from his staff.
Like how he points it forward and pulls it back?
Well, because he uses his other hand to, like, shoot it. I don't know. It's kind of weird.
He uses a lot of hair gel. He's killed a ton of people. I like this. You have hot. Like, he was just able to tell. And your heart is mine. He's so good in these movies, Loki. Mm-hmm. Just when he's on screen, it's so good.
I really like Loki, though. He's...
Like, Thor Ragnarok.
He's just one of the best villains.
In a long time. Spoiler alert, I guess, if you haven't seen Thor Ragnarok. Well, he's in the trailer, so... So it was like the first time since, I think, Thor the Dark World that we saw him was in Thor Ragnarok. That was 4 years ago. Wow.
Of Asgard. For his purpose.
That's a great line. Great line. Oh, good.
An
good
ant
one.
Has no quarrel with a boot. Are you planning to step on us?
Easy. We can't do this.
We can. I will.
We talked about this. Somebody I was talking to was like, and I think it's in the Honest trailer for this movie, and I disagree completely with it, but they were like, you'll almost forget how the first 20 minutes of this movie are extremely boring. I was like, I disagree entirely.
Of this movie?
Yeah.
Oh no.
This is such good not only setup of the villain. This is why I think Loki is the best villain, is because of all these moments. But the whole beginning of this movie we get these vignettes of each character. You get the vignette of Hulk and Cap and Iron Man.
So that's the soul gem he's got? Or the mind? No, the mind
stone. The Tesseract?
No, then his staff.
Oh, the staff is the Mind Stone. Because remember, they
Mind Stone.
Break it open in Age of Ultron.
Yeah.
And it's the yellow thing inside.
It throws you off, though, because it's blue.
I wonder if they even had that in mind, though, when they first made the movie. I wonder. I like how he shoots his gun, still almost like a bow and arrow, the way he, keeps his body to the side, which would kind of actually be somewhat smart to reduce the target area of the other person. We get a cool action scene of S.H.I.E.L.D. agents doing stuff.
Yeah.
And we haven't even got to the superheroes yet. And I'm already in. When I was watching this movie, I'm like, I'm in. I'm in. Dead. I'm pretty sure he might have killed more than 80 people in 2 days. Run. I guess he's not taking the elevator. Those are some dedicated workers. They were ready to pick all that stuff up and keep going.
Yeah. But all that research they did, all that hard work.
Put it on a computer.
Like the cloud. Just save it all to the cloud.
And this is the only Marvel movie with this aspect ratio. It fills the whole screen. It doesn't have the widescreen bars.
Yeah.
Because they wanted to make sure that you could the whole reason for it, it's pretty hilarious, is Joss Whedon wanted to make sure that in the circle shot you could see Hulk and Black Widow in the same shot. Because one's so small and one's so big.
Yeah, makes sense.
She almost gets wrecked. I forgot. Oh, the humanity.
So where's it all going? Is it just...
Well, the energy just built up and then kind of blew out all the...
So it's just a big-ass hole in the earth.
Yeah, basically made a sinkhole. I'm really excited that we're going to see Nick Fury in the Captain Marvel movie with 2 eyes. That's one I'm really excited for, but super curious about how it's going to fit in with everything, because it is set in the past, kind of like Captain America. It's set in the 90s, so it's where's she been? Or did she go off into space? Then she's coming back because she heard.
I guess we'll see.
Thanos is showing up. This is the best Marvel score of all time. And it's about to hit hard right here with the title card. We are at war. What? This is the best. Doesn't get any better. We open up, we start with Black Widow's vignette, and you start with Black Widow and then Hulk, which is smart because it's the 2 people we've had the least amount with up to this point.
Yeah. Which, this scene is just, it's really funny. Like the way the way she acts.
And it kind of sets up what she does with Loki later. Although I will say, there is one like headbutt that is like totally like
it's in the scene, just the hair.
The famous Black Widow. I like how like everybody kind of knows her, like the name. Like
that's kind of not good for a spy if everybody knows your name.
They know the name, but they don't have to know the face. It's like, oh my god, did you hear about the Black Widow? But she's an Avenger now. She's not a spy, so I'm pretty sure everybody knows who she is. Especially when she goes in front of the Senate at the end of Winter Soldier. Mm-hmm. This is great. I love Coulson.
Why not give her everything?
Look, you can't pull me out of this right now.
I love that.
Yep.
Right there, we know their history. Right there. That was a good headbutt. That one. That one's a little
man, that hair hit hard.
Coulson. Because he knows what's happening. I love this move where she goes back and then flips herself back up.
Ouch.
That's dope. That's so dope.
That would hurt.
There's her neck scissor leg thing. You think she does that in every movie she's in? She did it in Iron Man 2, right? In that hallway scene?
Probably, yeah. Yeah, she did.
So is that probably a video of them in Budapest?
Mm-hmm. That'd be my guess.
You get the big guy.
She's like, oh, shit.
And she reacts this way because she was at Culver University when he hulked out.
How do you know?
Because it was like a Marvel tie-in thing. That she was there actually to find, I think, Banner and Mr. Blue, because S.H.I.E.L.D. was already having eyes on Banner. And then he hulked out, and she was like, oh, shit. And easily the best Bruce Banner. Best Hulk. And he even, like, looks like Hulk. Like, all the other Bruce Banners, when they Hulk, they, like, look different. Like,
yeah, the motion capture with the face, it's really well done with Hulk.
And I think it's the most comic, like, accurate looking.
Mm-hmm.
And I like how he's like hairy, like he's like a big gorilla. Like
a gorilla.
He's a gorilla. we get time and look, I love Justice League, but we get time in this movie to just soak with every character so that like the team up pays off so well. And you know what? I think Whedon was setting up Natasha and Banner in this movie.
The love story?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some shots later, like when Loki's talking to Fury in the glass case.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, like when he's like, I've heard about like the monster or whatever, and all the Avengers are watching the footage of them talking. When he says, "Oh, I've heard the monster," the first person it shows isn't Bruce, it's her. Then looks at Bruce. Like there's these little moments.
It's like they thought of everything.
Right? God, they're so good. I think this is my favorite version of her hair in all the movies. She changes it like in every single movie.
Mm-hmm.
I do like the straight though in the Winter Soldier. Other guy says no. I love that because they've been keeping tabs on him. Like, you've been more than a year without an incident. We know. That is so deep cut, like comic, and only if you're paying attention. Reference right there is he goes, I don't always get what I want, as he is pushing a baby crib.
Yep.
Because he can't have kids anymore.
Didn't his sperm like kill someone too?
I don't know if
At
it
one
has
point?
in this universe.
No,
but
no,
like
no.
in the comics.
I mean, like in the comics.
I mean, the radiation just affected him that much. But she can't have kids either.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's like God. It's like they thought of everything. That scared the shit out of me in the theater.
Mm-hmm.
But then immediately, I'm sorry, that was mean. Like a little levity. But she is visibly shaken. Like. And I really like how this Banner like accepts the Hulk. Like, I mean, he's not happy that he carries it with him, but it's like, yeah, I got another guy.
But he's always angry. That's the secret.
And that's a good payoff from the Incredible Hulk, the end when he's meditating,
Oh yeah.
learning how to just turn it on. So do you think we'll see how he gets the eye patch and Captain Marvel? You would think, right?
I think so. Yeah.
It's 3 scratches, right? So maybe it's a Skrull, because those are going to be the villains. So this is the crazy part with Captain Marvel is they're introducing the Skrulls, which are the people who can basically disguise themselves as anybody at any time they want.
Mm-hmm.
So like there was the secret invasion in the comics where like we figured out that some Avengers were Skrulls and they'd always been Skrulls like forever. So what if they introduce the Skrulls in Captain Marvel, and then in Avengers 4 we find out Avengers that have been Avengers since the beginning have been something else? How crazy would that be?
What if Nick Fury this whole time
Was a Skrull?
is setting everyone up for failure?
That wouldn't pay off for me at all.
Like Cap is a Skrull.
Well, it was the 90s is when they show up.
Oh.
So every Avenger but Cap is a Skrull. It's like Cap just turns around like, ah, shit. This is a great scene. So does he just go to the gym for like fun?
I don't know. I guess to stay sharp.
I guess. I meant like lifting weights, like not just on the bag, but like I think he just benches for fun, like just to see what he can do.
Just go outside and bench a truck.
I watched a video today, like about like how strong is Captain America in the MCU movies.
That's what I watched too.
Today,
Not today, but I've seen it.
and they talk about like all the things he's done, like and how he's progressively gotten stronger. Like he's learned how to use his skills throughout the movies.
Yeah.
Like how he kicks that car in Civil War. It's like a 3,000-pound car.
That made me really want to punch a bag.
With like your wrists wrapped like that.
Mhm.
And you're like just old school.
Yep.
Great line. The Tesseract. Every time I see it, I think of that first line. Unlimited power.
What's that from?
Revenge of the Sith.
God, yeah.
And Mace Windu's right there. He is the traitor. I need him. No.
$10 says you're wrong.
A great joke that pays off later. Why is he taking a bag with him? He just puts it over his shoulder. Is he taking it back to his hotel? Do some bag work there?
Some ground and pound.
Should have left it in the ocean. And then our last vignette is the one that we need the least about because he's had 2 movies and everybody knows Iron Man. This is one of my favorite shots, and it was a shot in the trailer, and it was I love the music. He pops out, hovers for a second without the jets, and then boosts forward. Boom!
It's pretty sweet.
This looks amazing. Like, I'm glad Pepper's back too. So I was reading a comment on our Infinity War reaction video, which, by the way, if you haven't checked out, make sure you go check it out. We liked it, by the way.
Yeah, it was all right.
And they were like, so what if Tony is there when Vision dies? Because he's dying. Like, I don't think it's a spoiler to know that he's probably going to die when they rip this stone out of his head. But Tony's there, and he just says, I'm sorry, Jarvis.
I don't know about that.
Think about it. Like, right now, listen. That's
I know.
That's Vision. That's crazy. Like, he's been with us since the beginning. Which is, like, people are like, well, Vision's death really hit that hard? And I'm like, yes, because he's been with us since the first Iron Man. It's the same consciousness, really.
But
just
it's just different.
With power.
I don't think it'll hit hard with me. I don't think... Because Jarvis and Vision...
It depends how brutal it is. Like, if it's brutal, it might hit hard.
I don't know.
Like, he rips it out.
I think you're reading too much into it.
The bad lip reading to this movie is hilarious.
I don't think I've seen it.
What? Like, when they kiss, like, when they're about to leave, when they kiss, like, it just makes like a noise. Because they, like, their lips, like, do something weird when they kiss, and it's like sounds like bubbles. Can you bunk over? Leave it urgently.
I'm already here.
This is a good payoff later. Phil.
I thought his first name was Agent.
And that pays off later in a great, great way. I like that. They kept that going from Iron Man 2. I don't like being handed things. Dude, how lucky did they get with finding Cap?
Like in the ice?
Yeah, because it's not like they were looking for him. And he probably wasn't like an idea for that, like, because everybody thought he was dead. So it was like, okay, the Avengers Initiative, we're thinking like, maybe this Thor guy, Hawkeye, Black Widow, and if we can find Banner, maybe. It's like,
yeah.
Nick Fury's like, oh my god.
Like it was all like if we find him.
I like that. They use the shots from Incredible Hulk movie.
Mm-hmm.
You have homework. What do you think she says? Something that makes Tony Stark even go, whoa.
I don't think we can say it in our commentary.
Probably
We
not.
get flagged.
Like our Captain America commentary was
Yeah,
flagged for some
jeez.
reason. And our Avengers thing was flagged until it finally got taken off. That is a poor system that they have going there. There's no part of this
So many
movie,
cool shots.
right? There's no part of this movie where like, oh, well, this is the boring part. This is the A part.
I love this too. Total fangirl. And he's trying to seem cool, like with the hand up.
With the hand up. Really smart person. So do you think they like went to like the old man clothes store to like find Cap like some clothes that he'd be comfortable in?
Maybe. I mean,
like you'll see it like when he's like walking around and like he's wearing like a big thick leather belt. Like it's not like a small one, like a big old thick leather belt and like the old man pants and the.
that's what they wore.
I just like. Yes.
Old fashioned.
Oh my god, this movie's perfect.
I think this costume has like just the brightest blue.
And I think it would only work in this movie. I think we needed this costume in this movie. Everybody in this movie in that team up shot looks like their comic book counterpart.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. It's like, is he? So he's just like using the Mind Stone to, I guess, communicate,
Yeah, he's not teleporting.
or is he just remembering an event that happened before? Him. Thanos, honestly though, I mean that's probably why he's like, I'll do it myself now. He gave Loki the Mind Stone and the scepter. He gave him the scepter to go do stuff with. And then,
Knowing he'd take it back.
well, I guess like he would have it back, but to go find the Tesseract on Earth and like use the Tesseract to take over Earth.
Yeah.
But then in the process actually ended up losing both.
Yeah.
Like he
That makes
had
sense.
one. I guess that's the only one he had right there. He had the Mind Stone already. So at this point, the orb, the Power Stone, is still in that, Indiana Jones cave from the beginning of Guardians of the Galaxy. We know where the Tesseract is, and I mean, Eye of Agamotto is somewhere. I guess it's at Camartage.
Yeah, it's still there.
And then we still Soul Gem. I'm betting Wakanda.
Mm-hmm.
But then what's the last one? We got, what did I say? Power, space, mind. Oh, and then you have the ether. That's from the Dark World, which was just kind of like chilling out on Earth somewhere. That's the only one where I was
what stone is that again?
the Reality Stone.
Oh yeah.
The one that was like liquid red and it like turns into a solid when it wants to. I like how their jets like kind of fly like bugs. Like they like.
It's pretty sweet. That's some nice shoes.
Starting to meet. That's so Black Widow though, because it's like that's Captain America, and she's just like, "What's up?" Like, hi.
Because she's always on the job.
And this is where we start,
He's so klutzy, like
and a little schizophrenic.
nerd.
Well, he's also just always like looking everywhere. Like, is there something that could like set me off? You know what? This kind of disappointed me just a little bit. It works. It works fine. I wish Banner would have been a little bit more like, "Oh my God, you're Captain America," because that his entire research was based on replicating him. Like in the comics and in the like Avengers. I don't know. Did you ever watch was it Ultimate?
Yeah.
Ultimate Avengers, like the cartoon.
Yeah.
Like Banner was like, "Oh my God, like you're Captain America. Like you're the reason I'm doing what I'm doing." Like, oh no, this is much worse. Oh my God, I never thought we'd see the helicarrier. This movie is full of so many things that like now we just take for granted. Like,
Yeah.
oh, it's a helicarrier. And they do such a good job, just Marvel in general, not just this movie, at making it feel like this is the real world. Like this could happen. All of this. And like I said, I love Justice League, but DC feels like a straight up never going to happen comic book world.
Right.
Which I'm almost glad like we have two separate kinds of universes. Like this one, they use real places like New York, Washington, D.C.
Well, if DC used all those, like with New York and Washington, D.C., it would be a little confusing.
Yeah, well, plus they already have their famous fake cities.
Gotham.
Metropolis. Central City.
Yep.
Bloodhaven. That's so dope. And I like how it's like almost video game, like how video game invisibility works. It's like you can kind of
This right
see
here.
it. Some people in my theater didn't get that. Like there's jokes in here that you gotta like pay attention almost, like to get them to pay off. Look at her giving Captain America the eyes.
She's famous.
Do you think he meant that? Like he was
Maybe.
just gonna let Banner go after they found the Tesseract? Like if it was a clean, like all right, we found it, you're good, go. Or was Fury like? Because Fury is a sneaky dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like, was he gonna like
Just keep him.
try to use him as the Hulk, like if need be?
Somehow get some of his blood. I mean, hey. What? So
They're setting it up, man.
they're always being put together. No wonder the feelings formed. Blech.
We are coming up on probably my favorite scene in all of Marvel. Still.
The party.
Yes. It's
Yep.
like such a comic book scene. Just because you're under my control doesn't mean you can't like shower and shave and make yourself look acceptable.
God.
And an eyeball. Hydra. Piece of shit.
Wait, what?
That guy. That was Sitwell.
Oh,
Hydra.
that just didn't sit well with me. Blech. Pun. I punned.
This whole scene was filmed in Cleveland, Ohio.
You're up.
And my dad was actually there while they were filming it.
Seriously?
Yeah. I was like, why didn't you take me? Why didn't anybody tell me?
School Rock.
Yep. Heard you guys playing. Sounded pretty good.
Why didn't anyone tell me?
You. What's your name? Zach. All right. Another commentary for another. We have to do that commentary.
Bam. Bright blue.
We might just need a little old fashioned.
This is pretty cool too.
I kind of forgot. Hawkeye straight up kills people, like while he's under mind control, like good people. I guess that's
why didn't people want Hawkeye to be killed or caught?
When?
Now, I mean, like, because he's killing all these people.
Well, they don't know. These are just random, like, security guards. They're not like agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
But they're people.
What do you mean they don't want him to be caught?
Like, what I'm saying is...
They're looking for Hawkeye, too.
I'm comparing it to Bucky.
Okay, but he's not like a Manchurian Candidate where he can be turned on and off. You know what I mean? Like, it was a one-time deal. Once it's gone, it's gone. Unless he gets touched by it.
Well, what I'm saying is, like, everyone was all up in arms when Bucky killed people, but then...
Well, they more or less probably wanted to capture Bucky because they know it could happen again at any time. Like, put him in a cage. I love this little smile. He's, like, enjoying it. Like, that's cool. And here we go.
This might be my favorite, like, back and forth between characters. By far.
The effects are really good. By, like, that transition, getting him all the... I like how it, like, shines and...
This is so perfect.
Kneel! Would you kneel?
Would you?
Probably.
I probably would too.
I like how his like things aren't perfect. Like they flicker.
Is this not your natural state? It's the unspoken truth of humanity.
Oh, it's so good.
Bless you. Thank you.
Subjugation.
I was watching the movie.
Dick.
Diminishes your life's joy and mad.
Scramble for power.
I love this part so much when the guy stands up.
I remember when I was watching this in the theater, and I was like clutching my knees. I was like,
Not the man like you.
I love that so much.
always men like you.
Man. Don't quote it.
Just soak it in.
We ended up disagreeing. This soldier. Man out of time. Not the one who's out of time.
It's so perfect.
I love it so much.
Like, bitch.
Try me, bitch.
And you know what? I'm glad Cap kind of gets beat up a little bit in this fight because it's like...
It's humbling.
Well, it's a little rusty. He's been out for 70 years. Not today. Like, it makes sense when you haven't fought in 70 years. What an entrance. And the little smirk, she's like, oh, Stark.
Yep.
What?
many pieces of concrete do you think he ruins just from landing?
Wait, here we go.
Captain.
Oh my god. And thus begin the divide.
This is a really cool entrance for Thor. Because, like, even Loki's like, shit.
I'm not overly fond of what follows. Rock of Ages.
Packs a wallop.
That's what I was about to say. I like how he still uses the terminology.
Old-fashioned.
You know, maybe we just need a little old-fashioned.
The way he looks up, just... God, it's awesome.
But
there he is.
I like his helmet.
Just the helmet?
Just like how he could just take the helmet off if he wants. Like, you remember when he had to have like a whole big like car thing to put him together? Imagine if that's how long it took him to suit up now.
This is awesome too. We might have attack. I have a plan.
Attack.
That look over the shoulder though.
The dialogue in this movie is so good.
Oh, but I think the fastest I've ever seen him suit up was when he was on the helicopter and he puts his finger in and it just starts like...
I don't know. If you're talking about fast suit-ups, the end of Iron Man 3, he does a lot of suit-ups. Just jumping into them.
I guess. I love this scene, too.
Right?
Because he loves Loki. He loves his brother.
Do I look to be in a gaming mood? All of it.
Parentage. It's a cool word. Played together, we fought together.
I remember you tossing me into an abyss. I was and should be killed. You took the world I love as recompense for your imagined slights.
The way they talk is so cool.
It is really cool.
Marvel. This show.
Really?
It doesn't sit well with me, really.
Mine was good, though.
Why, yes, I do. Odin's two ravens. His two raven spies. I forget their names. They have names in the comics.
I'm hungry.
Hi, hungry.
See, now I have to mess you up. Yeah, pretzels.
Over there. Hold on. Can we wait till after the fight scene?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Come home.
Come home. See, God, and even Loki sees it too, but then
his eyes are watering a little bit. There are moments in this movie, more than just this, when Loki, like at the end, when like, I'm listening, like at the end when he goes like, there's still time to stop this. Loki, I think, actually thinks about it for a second.
Yeah.
But then stabs him and goes, ha, no. This is improv. Metal Man.
Based on guardian justice. He gives up the cube, he's all yours. Until then,
There's something about his mask going down.
It's awesome. Tourist.
He calls him a tourist.
Okay.
I love this. He hides it behind his other arm as he's getting up. Flying knee from hell.
That looked like a front kick.
Not to slow it down.
Yeah.
I was talking to someone, and they were like, obviously the end battle is perfect, but they thought that this
400% capacity.
was going to pay off again later. Like, Thor, hit me.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like, hit me with the lightning.
Like, light me up! And then just wreck shop. Oh, that would have been sweet when he goes inside one of those really big I forget what they're called. Like the really big...
The Leviathans?
Yeah, Leviathans. When, like he tells him to light him up, and he's at 400%, and he goes in, and, like, from his chest and just blasters
boom.
And his feet, everything just boom, and just gets blasted all over, like, 2 blocks.
The one thing I don't like that Joss Whedon did for Iron Man in this movie is take him back to the circle chess piece, because I love the triangle. I think it looks so dope. I love it so much, because it's so comic booky. It's enough. Captain America coming in to stop the fight.
I don't think that's that big of a deal.
I don't think it's a big deal. I prefer that. That's my favorite Iron Man suit to this point, is the triangle.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no.
You want me to put the hammer down?
But this is like Joss Whedon knew what we as nerds wanted to see. We wanted to see Thor
Like,
hit Cap
what
Shield.
would happen? You think that
Why
hurt?
does he push the stick off? Like, he couldn't have just got up. Like, ugh.
You think that hurt Capital? Now
I don't know.
here's my thing. Didn't he knock Iron Man back far away?
Yeah, but
So
I think
didn't they? So how could they all land?
I think
right
that
next to each
explosion
other?
pushed not only Thor back, but like Cap back to over to where Iron Man was.
But then shouldn't Thor be farther away?
Shut up,
Man, that's my one thing. Oh my God, it's
I feel
this
like
long.
Okay, I feel like if we went back and watched it again, slow mode it, we could figure it out.
No, you just no.
Shush.
You shush.
I like this.
He knows.
The glasses
The way he smiles. He's like, "Yep, my plan is coming together. I'm gonna get them pretzels."
Get them pretzels. It's an impressive cage. Not built for me. Aren't they right there?
You tried to escape? So much respect that glass.
Boot. I'll go get some chips in a little bit.
Well, what about right now? Because
This scene's amazing. Okay, every scene's amazing. It's like, oh, I've heard. And you see her first, looking up at him.
yep, the way they look at each other. Chase.
God, he's jacked. Arms are bigger than my legs.
Talk about peace that you killed. You've made me big. You might not be glad that you did.
He's so good at being Nick Fury.
He is.
Unlimited power. poem light for all mankind. Loki's jab at Fury about the cube. I heard it.
Well, let me know real power on what the man He really grows it. Loki's gonna drag this out.
How about some pizza?
I don't have pizza.
Oh, why not?
Why would I just have pizza? Oh.
Oh, hey.
Look. That's what he hears. An army. Like that. Like, that's where his mind is. Every character is portrayed so perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
Have care how you speak.
It's okay, man. Come on.
I like they subtly do that. Like when Pepper was walking away with Coulson, and it's like, you know, what happened to the cellist girl? And like you just barely hear it fading out. Like, we're like she moved to Portland. Oh, boo! And then I'll fly out to Portland. We'll like, you know, we'll set up. And then later it's like, was he married? No, there was a cellist. I think like. The Galaga line was improvisation from Robert Downey Jr. I feel like half of this is just him just being him, and they use it as Tony Stark. Last night. When you learn a whole semester's worth of of information right before your final. I like it. He's like,
duh.
Science bros. So I guess after this, Banner hung out in like Stark Tower, like maybe that's where he like lived.
Huge rage monster.
/ Avengers Tower, I guess, because you saw Tony talking to him at the end of Iron Man 3. Like, I'm not that kind of doctor. Like, and then he was already there with a little like setup in Age of Ultron. The eye roll.
Iron Man
I feel so bad for Cap. It's like,
like Iron Man already is really annoyed with Cap just because of his past
with his dad.
With his dad, like just idolizing.
Oh,
Cap
really? You two know each other? You never said anything. God, I hated you. So, there have been some, like, people who have found, like, set photos of Avengers 4.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people think there's going to be time travel because they spotted Tony Stark in this same Black Sabbath shirt. There's a World War II setting. There, like, Avengers 4 might be bigger than Infinity War. Like,
man.
Like, imagine going back to this movie from different points of view. That would be so cool.
Like his point of view, like before he went into that room, or do
just
you mean
just like from a different eye, like looking in on it. Like I don't know why they would go back to these moments. Maybe they're trying to fix. Like, maybe a bunch of people die at the end of Infinity War. And
Tony Stark has a crawl.
Has a what?
A crawl. He is a crawl. Why do you think he starts all these problems?
I am Iron Man.
Wouldn't it make sense?
So him eating the blueberries there, Robert Downey Jr. would just hide snacks around set. So eventually Joss Whedon went just whatever, just make it a part of the scene. That's.
Hydra weapons.
Minus them being Hydra. But most likely the Hydra files were somewhere completely separate from like just the, hey, look at this. Because then Nick Fury would know about it too.
So
what if Nick Fury knew about it?
Is it a hood or a helmet that Cap has?
It's a hood, and then the actual helmet goes over that.
Figured.
I like how he says spangly, like a spangly outfit.
He didn't say it like that.
Oh yes, he did. I've watched this movie so many times. He goes, "Which one?" I think it was because he was biting a blueberry.
A
spangly outfit. This is such an important scene, though, because, Tony, talks about,
how he wants to always play by the rules and stuff.
Well, not that part. It's just like, people want to think like Cap's just like a dumb soldier, but Cap and Tony come to the same conclusion at the same time, just different ways.
I really want those computers. Like I'm not sure what I would do with them.
You would just play with it. Like you want Tony Stark's holograms just to do that game he does in Iron Man 2 where he balls up stuff and throws it and like. You know what? I was not happy that they took the arc reactor out of him in Iron Man 3. I'm still not like completely down with that because it kind of, I don't know. I don't think they ever did that in the comics, and I think it's just it should be a part of him. Like that's what something he carries with him, and it's kind of like diminishes the speech a little bit. It's like this.
Not really.
Stays with me.
Not really, because the arc reactor isn't Iron Man. He is Iron Man.
I'm not saying the arc reactor's Iron Man.
I'm saying I don't think it's that big of a deal.
I just think it's something.
Being a selfish fan.
No, I'm thinking. No, I think that being Iron Man is a responsibility, and he feels like he has that responsibility because it's basically keeping him alive as well.
Okay.
Nice jump. It was like effortless.
I'm hungry.
Hi, hungry.
I will mess you up.
I will mess you up on camera. So right now they're probably en route to Stark Tower. These guys are. To get everything like set up. And then Hawkeye's en route to the helicarrier. Good way to write Natalie Portman out of the movie. She wouldn't have fit in this movie.
No, not at all.
I'm honestly glad she's out of the universe. Because apparently she kind of like never really liked being in them.
Why wouldn't you want to?
I would be that guy over there on the computer. Like if it meant I was in a Marvel movie. You know what I mean? Like
oh, totally.
Bilchstein. Big, scaly, huge antlers. Oh, I mixed up huge and big. Repulsive. I don't think so. I don't think we have those. This is a line from the trailer coming up. It's like, what are you prepared to do?
Loki's largest father is not just power, it's vengeance. There's no pain that tries his youth. A lot of guys think that, but pain is stubbornness. What do you ask?
Coulson being an eavesdropper.
Loki's in prison. And why do I feel like he's the only person on this boat that wants to be?
True. Yeah, like, he uses a lot of hair gel to get it to slick back that way.
He's got to.
King of the Mountain. We like stopped commentating there for a little while.
Yeah,
like,
well, because
we were sucked in.
This movie, I mean, it really does not matter how many times you watch this movie. It does a really good job of just, you get really invested. And plus, since we've been watching every Marvel movie since, we're trying to pay even more attention
to the small, minute details.
Yeah, exactly, because they thought of everything.
I'm really glad they put the little Black Widow belt buckle thing on there.
Mm-hmm.
And they kept the when Loki starts going bonkers here in a second, he spits on the glass like while he's just yelling, like spit, and they kept that in there, like spit going out of his mouth onto the glass. I'm an Avenger. I mean, people do forget. It's like Black Widow was a bad guy at one point. Bad girl. Whatever.
And I love this, how she's basically faking this emotional break.
Well, she is, but there's probably a part of her that's listening because it's true what he's saying. You know what I mean? Like, can you really wipe out that much red? Like, you're a monster. Like, I like how it cuts away like that, and he's.
Well, in a way, I guess it's good that she still has that part of her so that she can use it to her advantage.
We'll talk about it when we watch Age of Ultron, but it really makes me mad. You remember the whole, like, there was a big up in arms thing because people thought that, hold on, ready? See the spit right in front of him on the glass? He's just going so bonkers.
Why is that a big deal?
No, I just think it's cool that, like, most movies, they'd be like, do another take. No, that's a good line. Do another take. Hey, let's, like, try not to spit on the glass. Like, let's... He licks his lips. There's spit on his, like, on his chin.
What?
But in Age of Ultron, a bunch of people, unrightfully so, if you pay attention to the scene, I think they were just looking for something to be offended by, were offended because they thought that Black Widow said, like, you still think you're the only monster on the team because she couldn't have kids. Even though she says, like, you know, they sterilize you, makes it then after that says, makes it easier to, like, kill people. Think you're the only monster on the team. She's talking about mindlessly killing people.
You know, Banner wouldn't have turned into the Hulk if they wouldn't have
Conglomerated in this room.
so aggressive.
Well, I mean,
that right there, her.
It's not their fault. It's Loki's scepter that's doing this to them right now. That's why he picks it up. Remember, like, it's making them all like on edge. Like, that's a straight up nuke they're trying to make, not just guns. He's already like twitching, like.
Mm-hmm.
Thanos.
Yeah.
I like how this is this like one shot. Right there is how you know everybody's starting to get affected, because Cap wouldn't just do that, like be an asshole for no reason, and like the camera's starting to angle funny.
Mm-hmm.
And then great shot, it goes upside down. That's awesome.
But I feel like if you're not paying attention or you don't know, like the first time I saw this, I didn't know that the scepter was affecting them.
I just got it from like them, the last shot being the scepter, and then it like making a noise and it going upside down, kind of showing how it's making them all kind of change. Or time bomb. I love that. You need to.
You know damn well why. Back off. Oh, I'm starting to wonder. Big name. Take that off. Genius billionaire playboy.
I like that line.
Sacrifice play to lay down on the wire and let the other guy crawl over you. I think I'm just comfortable.
The dialogue's so good.
You know, you may not be afraid. You better stop pretending to be a hero. Like you? You're a laboratory experiment, Rogers. Everything's special about you.
Wrong. So wrong. But they'll both realize how they're wrong by the end of the movie.
Like they're just trying to insult each other.
Yeah, they're just like poking. It's a room full of children. Like, it is.
I love this too. Like,
That's so
Hawkeye
good.
is amazing.
Right.
People are so petty.
And tiny.
See right there, he's like, ugh, like this. Why do I feel funny? You rented my room.
You needed to kill me, but you can't. I know. I tried.
Now it's real.
I got low. I didn't see anything, so I put a bullet in my mouth, and the other guy spit it out.
That was a deleted scene from The Incredible Hulk. Like, it was actually like they filmed it,
Really?
and that was that one. I don't know. I told you where you can see Cap's shield when he turns into the Hulk. He was like in the icy tundras, and he shoots himself, but you don't see it. You don't see it happen. And then he turns into the Hulk. Like, you see the hand come down, and he like starts like he does this big jump, and he jumps down on the ice, and it's just so fast. But if you pause it, the ice comes up, and you see like the tiny bit of the shield.
So this is on YouTube, I guess?
Yeah, you can watch the deleted scene.
You're not going alone. You're stopping. Put on a suit. Let's find out. I'm not afraid.
Let's wait a couple more movies, fellas. You'll get your chance. Let's kick his ass. and it separates all of them. Put on the suit. Yep. Okay.
Or it brings them all together.
In a way.
Oh yeah, we're doing a commentary.
God, we get so sucked in sometimes.
The way the Hulk runs through here,
this is my
so badass.
Yeah, this is my favorite. I think this is not only the way it looks, but just like the situation is the best Hulk transformation scene.
Yeah,
it looks so real. It looks so good, and it's very like horror movie. Like a monster movie, like a werewolf almost.
Yeah. Nice.
I like how we didn't have to see him put the suit on. Like we've seen it enough. Like.
Mm-hmm.
Get out of here, dudes. It's like a cat hacking up a fur ball.
You're alive.
This right here.
Yes. Because he's trying to fight it, but it's just not happening.
That looks so real.
And that looks like, I'm sorry.
Like that was the last moment of Banner. And now it's the Hulk. How big his calves are. What do you think you could squat? A house?
Easily a house.
Now that's not Banner anymore.
What's his what's the soundbite of the Hulk's like roar?
I don't know. I'm sure it's like a mixture of things.
Well, yeah.
Like probably like
I thought you would know.
Probably a lion, a bear. I could hear bear in there.
A gorilla.
Like
Like he forgot to put his hand up to his ear.
I love this scene.
I need you to get to that engine control panel. Tell me which relays are in overload position.
Like
It's like, what?
I will Roger that. Roger. You're not wrong. And then it keeps cutting back to this like horror movie. Like this is scary.
Mm-hmm.
Although I feel like you'd be able to hear him walk around a little more than that.
He smells her.
That scared the absolute shit out of me in the theater.
This right here.
Oh, this is it.
This is perfect.
How fast he runs. How fast that is.
You see his head just going through that stuff like it's nothing.
Dude, he's ready to backhand her. Like, he was going for this.
Oh, yeah. It's like, y'all need to get out of here.
Traumatize her.
Like the first time the Hulk's actually been, like, really contested.
God, that CGI looks so good. Ouch. I love the sound the repulsors make. Speak English. Okay, I wasn't born in the 20s, but even I would be like, wait, what are you saying? Like, just say pull the lever.
I love this smirk.
The blood on the nose, like.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
God, I love that so.
So do you think the hammer was just like flying through offices?
Oh, yeah.
Like almost hitting people? What if it hit somebody on the way there?
The Matrix.
Now, there have been some comics where the Hulk picked it up.
There's a cartoon, too.
In the Ultimate Avengers, he picks it up.
Which I don't agree with.
If it's magic. Now, or are they saying he is like so strong that he can like bypass magic?
I don't know. I don't buy it.
I mean,
it wasn't.
He is.
It wasn't Ultimate Avengers because it was.
He definitely did it in that movie because he throws it at Cap. I remember that.
Right, but it was a movie, not the show.
It was the cartoon Ultimate Avengers. It
Movie.
was a movie. Yeah, it was like an hour and a half cartoon Avengers movie.
Yeah, not the show.
Yeah. So we're saying the same thing.
I think we're confusing the titles of the show and the movie.
It's called Ultimate Avengers. The movie is.
What's the show called?
Avengers Assemble, right?
Yeah. Yeah. But that wasn't.
Don't get too close. So immediately
that wasn't. But that wasn't normal Mjolnir. That was
axe on one side,
yeah.
Hammer on the other side. Well, it's still the same. Only Thor should be able to lift it up thing.
Yeah.
Hey, don't get too close,
idiot.
It's a great line.
Target angry?
Dude, I remember in the theater, this was the holy shit moment. When he grabs him, keeping him from like right there.
Right there.
Everybody in the theater was like, oh my god. You think that guy threw up? Like
that peed and pooped in his pants.
Like right into the oxygen thing. Like, it's shit on my house.
Just spiked it. Ugh. They're dead. You just threw the gun. Like, that's not how you're supposed to use it.
Nice shot.
This is awesome, too.
He's got an arrow for everything. Like, you imagine how perfect that shot has to be.
So, I don't like the people that say that Hawkeye doesn't have any powers.
If that was a real person who could do all the things that Hawkeye do in our world right now, I'd be like, that's a fucking superhero. Like,
yeah, like
or an enhanced
Hawkeye
person.
does have powers.
She is still like
she's compromised. And she's back.
And she just hones it in. I like this, like, yeah.
And that little burner.
Iron Man's so cool. Like, if you could have an Iron Man suit, God, it'd be so awesome.
Yeah.
I would wear it all the time. Like, everywhere. That could have been the end of Captain America right there. Well, if they're over the ocean, I wonder.
Why wouldn't you throw your hammer? Or, like, just start hitting the glass with it.
This is a cool fight scene. I think overlooked fight scene. Because here's the thing. Somebody's like, why is she able to beat him? Because she is better at hand-to-hand combat than he is. He is good at combat from distance. He's good at hand-to-hand combat.
Yeah, like, he's still top tier.
Why'd he stop? Like, you just keep going.
Yeah. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, what if he just went like, boom, boom, all right, come here.
Shall we test that?
That's a good line.
This is awesome.
You know what, though? I love it still, and it works. It kind of doesn't pay off as well anymore on rewatches because he's back in the show.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like, this was the first, like, death. That's a good scream.
So what was the excuse on why he didn't die?
They, I think they cloned him. Or they either cloned him or healed him somehow. It was something with the,
like the thing that healed Hawkeye with the...
No. It's like some magic shit. I have not kept up with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. very much. I'm like an on-off watcher of it. It's good. I mean, it's not a bad show. It's just these, like, the ages of, like, the 25-episode TV series seasons are kind of dying. You know what I mean? And they're just, like, they're so hard to keep up with. And if you
really
miss one...
long seasons, yeah.
It's like... Dude, this is brutal. Oh!
Man, there it is.
When your DD is trying to get you in the car. I love how she could tell. I don't know if he's 100%, so I'm just going to make sure.
Like, just one more.
I like this air ball he has here.
Whoop. So if that thing was built to be made for the Hulk...
It wouldn't have killed the Hulk.
No, I'm saying... What I was saying before I was interrupted was if that thing was made for the Hulk, then did that prove that Thor is stronger than the Hulk?
No,
but
Mjolnir
is.
Shut up.
I almost got something to say.
Don't throw me softball questions.
Mine might be softball, but mine kind of makes sense.
They are good questions for people who, like, you know, need to know. Like, if it's just somebody watching who's like,
oh, so your question, like, when Loki tells everyone to kneel, hey, would you kneel? Yeah, I would kneel.
That's a personal question.
It's a dumb question.
It's a personal question, not a, like...
It's a dumb question.
The old man didn't kneel. I'm saying, would you be the old man? Would you stand up to tyranny?
It's a dumb question.
Iron Man pooping face.
Really fast. And I love when he starts to lose it, like, shit.
Now. This oh shit face.
Oh, man. Just getting toe up.
I like how it kind of effed up his suit, so he needed a new one. Like, it's like buggy now.
Yeah.
That guy's dead. You just got hit full force by Iron Man. So, Thor's on the ground. Hulk's on the ground somewhere. The Avengers are disassembled. But we need something to bring them together. They need the push.
With the right push.
They needed something to avenge. If he would have said avenge, I would have went like, really? No, I would have been like, that's so cheesy. Like, they needed something. A tailor. Because I just ripped my pants.
He's a good actor.
Nick Fury? Or
yeah,
Sam Jackson.
Nick Fury. Just showing that emotion right in Coulson's face. You Snapchatting?
Yes.
Why?
Watching the Avengers.
It's dumb. Snapchat's so dumb. I'm sorry.
Stark didn't bring an extra shirt.
Wouldn't that be all sweaty? I would have felt awful. Like,
oh, dude.
That.
So did he put fake blood on them? Or did he go up to Coulson and wipe that blood all over the cards? Because she's like, those cards were in his locker. Those of you who have watched the Avengers Infinity War trailer, which if you haven't, I mean...
Stop watching this and go watch it, and then come back. Spit it out!
What?
What you're about to say. Spit it out!
No, I was saying, get ready for this.
Oh.
The speech. Avengers Initiative. It's so cool in that trailer how they had a bunch of different Avengers saying it, breaking it up.
You know, for as big as his arms are, his chest isn't that big.
In this movie. In Winter Soldier, he gets jacked. Like that opening running scene when he comes up to Falcon, like...
His chest isn't that big, though.
He works... His... Dude. I'm gonna pull up a picture. Well, also, this scene right here is probably something they filmed toward the end of shooting.
I'm just saying.
So your peak, they all the scenes where you're either shirtless or doing action, they do at the beginning of shooting, so that you're at your peak, and then all the talking, sitting down scenes they do as the shooting goes down.
How do you know?
Because that's how movies work.
How do you know?
Because I pay attention to interviews and.
How do you know?
Why do you question everything that I say?
Why don't you question everything that you say?
Because I'm a god, you dull creature. And I would not be bullied by... Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh.
So that guy knows. You need to see a doctor.
Son, I think you have a condition. Wait, so was he naked as the Hulk? Because, yo. Well, I guess Thor Ragnarok, if you've seen that, Thor knows what he looks like.
Yep.
Thor's seen more of Hulk than Widow has. You think?
It's like, yeah, I know. And the LSD trip.
It's like really red, like on his skin.
It's just the
I know it's the
hue.
here, and then it changes. Like, I like this because it's like I want to know more about this. You know that I do. It's like I want to know more about that.
Yeah. So, like, I know it's too late for a Black Widow solo movie.
Like Black Widow, Hawkeye, like solo movie, like them together.
Yeah.
Budapest, the movie.
But what would you think about like a Netflix
series?
show? Nah, see, I don't know.
I think it would work best as a Netflix series rather than like an ABC show or something. I don't want to see an ABC show.
No, I'm saying a movie or a Netflix show.
Or like, how about like a Netflix like short film, like hour 20, like not episodes, just like an hour 20 Netflix thing.
Mm-hmm.
The Hawk and the Widow, Budapest.
It writes itself.
How do we do this as a team? We are getting ready to like buckle up, ladies and gentlemen, because we are about to hit the just endless scene after endless scene of like comic book awesomeness.
Quotes galore.
Right? If you could like make the movie silent from the point of the New York battle going forward, do you think you could like fill in everything?
Probably.
Jeremy Renner got pretty big for this. Like, he got in good shape.
I think you kind of have to be now.
Yeah,
like you kind of have to. Like,
you can't show up looking like a schlub.
The only one that really didn't was Paul Rudd.
I don't know about that, man. The training scene where he's got like he's shirtless. You know, he's got. I mean, he's got some big arms and a six pack.
Never mind.
I don't think he had that when he filmed Anchorman. Find my baby, gonna hold her tight, gonna have some afternoon delight. This is Sex Panther. 60% of the time it works. Every time. I love this scene. Oh, this line is so good. Oh. They're working together.
Mm-hmm.
No one cleaned that up. What if they left the blood stain there and put like a little like plaque on the wall, like in memoriam, Phil Coulson. Son of a bitch. And here we go. 5 rounds for the undisputed champion of the world. First time Cap really meets Barton. But they even have a suiting up scene.
And he's
Thor's might be my favorite.
tinkering.
I like how the armor like appears on his arms, like it builds. It. That's so cool.
I love
this guy.
it, yeah. Son?
Just don't.
But would you even argue with Captain America?
No. See, like that question? No, obviously I would not.
Because I didn't expect you to answer the question. It's called a hypothetical question for a reason. It's okay,
Yeah.
it's the Avengers. Let them go.
Get our communications back.
You mean eye on everything? I like it. It's like it's bugging a little bit.
Well, he's got another one. That's cool.
What is it? Is this the Mark 42?
I believe.
Or no? This is
Wait.
like the Mark 8 or Mark 7, right?
I don't know. There's a lot of marks.
It's just like the Mark 6. It's like, I think it's a single digit one. You need to shave, dude. Dude, he got effed up. Yeah. 7. It got up to 42 because of how many freaking ones he made
See,
in Iron Man
I
3.
like how Loki is kind of calm.
He's cocky. He's like, he thinks he's already won this.
Yeah.
He has an army.
We have Hulk.
This whole scene. Actually, I plan on threatening you.
Yeah.
Close stick of destiny.
That one bottle's cool. It might show it. Nope.
I like the eye roll. What do you think he's drinking?
I don't know. Some pappies.
Pappy. I like that.
Yeah.
Lives up to legend. And you. I love how he leaves himself out. In the trailer, he didn't.
Mm-hmm.
In the trailer, he goes, like, oh, like, and me.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Huh.
You're missing the point. There's no throne. There is no version of this where you come out on top.
I love how Loki kind of like, well, I thought he was, like when he said that
I thought the Beast had wandered off.
Yeah, but it didn't sound cocky. It
He was almost like,
was like a legit question. Like,
wait, did you find him?
I thought he wandered off.
Just move it to the right, like 2 inches. 1 out of 5. Jarvis takes sweet ass time.
That would have really hurt.
Yeah, but luckily it was like his lower back and his legs that hit. If you slow it down, that's what hits first. If it was his head, he'd be dead.
Yeah.
This is a cool suit up. But all these people on the ground here should be very dead. They should be dead. Like, that's fire. Or at least hurt. Yo, hell yeah it is. I love how his armor switches from just regular mode to attack mode.
Mm-hmm. And
You think
now it's here we go. God, this fight is awesome.
right. That's so cool. I think one of my favorite ones is the little like shoulder thing that opens up with like the 20 mini missiles.
Oh yeah.
That's so dope. Imagine being on the ground and seeing that shit.
Like that?
Yeah.
Well, could you imagine being the first one to die? Like, you completely, like, you trained your whole life, and then you're the first one to die.
Oh, the Chitauri?
Yeah, the Chitauri.
Like, be the first one out of the portal? Like,
yeah. It's like, yeah! Hell yeah! Dead.
They focus on this waitress a lot. And it was because... I mean, it works still with the last scene where it's like, Captain America saved my life. If he was here, I would just think. But there was a deleted scene where he actually went to that restaurant, like, and sat down at the table, and she was his waitress, and they were kind of flirted for a second. And it was the actual Stan Lee cameo, and Stan Lee leans over to him and goes, "Ask for her number, you dope." Which I might have liked. I like this one, too. Superheroes in New York?
Give me a break.
Give me a break. The war.
Which was a late cameo. It was like towards the end.
Shows you how good this movie is, because I probably wasn't even thinking about it. Like, where's Stan Lee? Like, he's the one that closes the portal.
Like, what would the police do at this point, really?
What, did you stop for drive-thru?
Did you stop for drive-thru?
I guess the only thing they would be doing is just trying to get people out.
So, we have more income. Fine. Let's keep marking on.
What, the
God, this
two
is
gods?
awesome. It's like, yeah, we see them.
Now you fucked up. Now you fucked up. Buckle your seatbelt, Cap.
How many punches can you really take from Thor, though, really?
You think Thor's going all out, though?
Mate, I guess not.
There's something about this shot I love, too, when Cap runs out of the thing. Imagine seeing that. Like, these people come out of this plane. Like,
It's like this cosplay is just epic.
that's when I shit my pants, when I see this thing come through.
What's in Cap's belt?
I don't know. I think it's just for show. It just looks cool. Maybe it's like medical gear. I don't know.
Maybe.
Extra shields. Little ones. Like, when I'm watching this right now, like, or in the theater for the first time, like, this is a lot of aliens.
Yeah.
And there's like 6 of them. Banner.
I love how he says that.
And I have a lot of stuff up. I believe him. Right here, I do believe him.
Like, he's thinking about Thanos right now. He's like, oh god, like, it's too late.
But then he can't stop being a bad guy.
He's a trickster.
Right? Damn, that was a WWE move right there.
Body slam.
Just get that S and the T out of there.
Right?
We'll be good to go. Ouch. Somebody said, like, do you think Tony Stark found that up there on Avengers Tower, that little thing with Thor's blood on it, and kept it just so he would have Thor's DNA?
I don't know.
Because in the Civil War comics, he creates the Thor clone because he has
right.
Thor's DNA. Oh, the great line for Hawkeye.
It'll be my genuine pleasure. I love it.
Now, there are some scenes that... Oh, that's a cool arrow. Where... Hold on. I have to keep stopping because there's something cool happening. Where Hawkeye... It's the moment right before Banner pulls up. He's going around and getting the arrows out of the aliens.
Really?
So he's, like, picking up more arrows. Cap parkour skills. I like that jump. This is hilarious and awesome at the same time.
There are people inside that are going to be running right into the line of fire. You take them to the basement or to the subway. You keep them off the streets. I need a perimeter.
He's looking around like...
Why the hell did I take orders from you?
Showing off a little bit.
But...
I need men in those buildings.
Yep.
I love this part.
All right, we got his attention. The hell is step 2?
Well, we got his attention. What the hell is step 2?
Nice. Ouchie.
I've never noticed him pick up spare arrows. So you might have to point that out to me.
It's very subtle. I like this one. That's a good one. Boom.
Bam. He's still a little shook.
See how he's like... He's got the,
yeah. Okay.
As a team.
All right.
Get in line.
Get in line.
And he's fixing the broadheads,
Putting some different ones on.
We got Stark up top. He's going to need us.
I love how he just pulls up on a scooter. This is a great line, too.
I've seen worse.
Sorry.
No, use a little worse.
This punch, though. One of the most epic punches in Marvel history right here.
Of movie history. All right. Oh, here we go. Ah.
See how that's a party.
Dude, I thought the theater was going to, like, explode.
Just shit their pants. He starts walking towards, like, he knows he can take it out.
That's my secret. I'm on.
And then, bam. Destroyed.
Find him a soft spot, and he found it. And... Oh, this is the best.
Takes the
And the
mask
music
off.
swells.
Shh, hold on. Just take this in. Greatest team shot of all time.
Right there. They still have yet to top it. I think they will. They will. But they have yet to.
You think in Infinity War it's just going to be like just a panorama
But
of all of them? Call it, Captain.
until we close that portal.
The priority's containment. Barton, once you're on that roof, call out Powders and Strays. Stark, anything that gets more than 3 blocks out, you turn it back, you turn it to ash.
So he never said call it Cap. It's call it Captain.
Yeah, it's Captain, like CAP''N, like Captain Crunch.
I heard the T.
Oh, whatever. What does it matter?
I'm just saying, like, it's always been, like, I was always wrong about the Loki quote. Ah, the soldier.
And he just starts wrecking shop. Jesus.
Jesus Christ.
Thor kind of left his post, though. Like, if he would have just kept doing that, like...
Yeah, the whole time.
It's a big old lightning rod. I mean, it's very effective. I mean, he takes out a Leviathan. And pushes it, like, back up in there. He took out 2. Oh, great. My favorite show.
Just trying to keep them off the streets so they can't bank with a damn.
That's so awesome.
They can't bank worth a damn. So calculated.
He's not looking at that one either. That's a cool arrow.
I love that he went
Backed
back
up.
and... Oh, that was awesome.
Oh,
They really
boy.
can't bank.
Nice call. What else you got?
I'm surprised that a building didn't fall over completely.
He didn't invite me. Which one to be more afraid of right now?
Right?
I love how as he's pulling it down, he's like punching the shit out of it too. She's got the choke. This is a whole new ball game for her. Like, she's not a soldier. Like, she's just like a spy. Like,
Mm-hmm.
Captain understanding the damn thing. We're gonna close that portal.
The biggest gun's gonna touch it.
How is it's not about guns?
I want to get up there. You're gonna need a ride.
I got all right. Use the boost though.
You sure about this?
it's gonna be fun.
Totally.
I like the spin move. Like, was that necessary?
And then this. Or when Iron Man comes in.
So, starting when Black Widow takes control of this is a 1,500 frame shot that doesn't break. Like, it's a one-shot take that takes you through every Avenger without breaking away. Ready, right here. This is so good. I can put this on loop.
This right here.
And then the kick, too. Oh! Da, bum, bum, ba, bum, bum, bum. Still hasn't broken.
There it is.
Da, da. Teamwork. Teamwork. Team. Work. Team. Work.
I love how he caught the lightning right as he hit that shit
I'm
down.
sad that that part's over. like I'm a little sad.
And then this right here. I love this so much.
And we're setting up Thor Ragnarok.
Right there. Writes itself.
It's like they knew what they were doing.
He missed a few buttons there. Love that shot in the mirror like that.
I like how the alien was twitching, like
Like they really thought of everything.
Nice neck snap.
You know what I've noticed too? You know how he was working the bag and he's doing these close quarter hook punches? He does that a lot in this movie.
Yeah. Right to the body.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Captain America or not, that hurt. He just straight crushed the car. This is an amazing shot of just Cap taking it in. He has to accept so much in this movie. All right, well, I'm in 2012 now, and there's aliens.
I owe Fury a lot of money.
A lot of $10. Yeah, how about in Civil War we talk about, there has to be consequences for the Avengers with their collateral damage. Okay. You want to talk about collateral damage? How about the fact that you're about to nuke an entire civilian population, one of the biggest cities in the world?
Yeah.
You're about to nuke it. That would be some casualties right there. I like how he has that thing on his forearm because he probably shoots a lot of arrows to keep it from getting sore.
Well, the thing on your forearm is to protect your arm from the string in
the
case
bounce back thing. Loki's face was just like, bitch.
No, when the string goes past your arm, so it doesn't scrape it, because that hurts.
All right, hold on. Here. I like he's like an ape.
He's like, huh?
It's so good.
First words out of his mouth.
He's got, Hulk's got chest hair. We haven't seen that before. So could you, cut his chest hair? As if he's in Hulk form?
I don't know.
Is that Superman with, his hair? Because Superman to shave has to use
his
a
laser.
Mirror.
Yeah.
Zzz. But here's the difference between, the DC universe and the Marvel universe when it comes to, these big, giant city-level events happening, is they purposely show the Avengers getting people to safety and saving people.
Yeah.
I think DC spends too much time just focused on hero versus bad guy and not actually saving people.
So a building does fall.
Maybe he should put more of those in the suit so it's not just a one-off he said in Iron Man 2. Yeah, you should open with that next time. Shut up, Vision. Ew.
Ouch.
And then the shawarma place is right there, so that's how he knows about it. There's a shawarma joint about 10 blocks from here. Nice front kick. I like how he just knows.
Well, yeah.
It's a great shot. That's dope.
Ouch.
And then it shows every Avenger kind of failing a little bit.
Like a grape.
Yes. They all just realized, all right, everybody just fire at once. Oh my god. This is wrecking them. I couldn't do it. If I was that pilot, I couldn't do it.
Maybe.
Like, that's a lot of power to just say, all right, go blow up New York.
No, was Fury really thinking with this right here?
Like, what if it hit the... Well, here's the thing. Nukes don't work that way. Like, if you... Like, like you have to, like, detonate it. Like, if he would have blown that thing up, it wouldn't have been, like, a nuke on the helicarrier. Nukes work differently than just a missile.
How do you know that?
So watch the History Channel.
How do you know that?
Who says that? Flat Earth.
Look into it.
Look into it. And like every Avenger's kind of getting their ass kicked a little bit. Like it showed.
Just the sheer numbers.
It showed Hulk getting beat up. It showed Hawkeye in struggle on the struggle bus. We're about to see Cap take a big hit here. Although right before one of my favorite shots in the movie, Cap and Thor next to each other. Right here, and then the music swells up. Oh, yes. That's a great shot. Ouch. Oh, he blocks it with the hammer. That's so cool. You know what else I could just put on loop is just him like throwing and calling the hammer back. Just Him and Thor have a moment like that in Age of Ultron too. Him and Thor actually work really well together.
They do.
There's like many moments in Age of Ultron where they like work off each other, like with the shield and the hammer.
I think Thor really respects the spirit of Cap, like his warrior.
Yeah, like
the
soldier
warrior
mentality. What if it just like hit the bridge on us?
Yeah, like whoops.
Whoops.
It went right over the
These
bridge.
people are just driving by like nothing's going. I would be, get me out of here. Did you not see that big portal in the sky?
Stuck. You know it's a one-way trip. Save the rest for the turn, Jake. I want to try this pulse. Might as well.
I wish they wouldn't have shown Hulk catching Iron Man in the trailer. Because they did show that. Remember they showed that in the trailer. That would have been such a holy shit moment. I mean, it still was like, oh my god, but I knew Stark was not dying here. You know what I mean? Dude, he barely makes it over. Like, doesn't he actually like nip it?
it?
You think he clinched up a little bit there?
He had to have.
Like just. All right, send another one.
Well, what if they had one like right behind it?
They just sound like three.
What would a nuke do to an Infinity Stone?
I don't know about that,
Man.
but what would it even do in general to this? Like, it wouldn't close the portal. You know what I mean? So they're stupid for even sending it. What popped off there? I've always wondered that.
The thing on the nuke, I guess.
No, I thought it was something on his suit.
Maybe, I don't know.
Somebody I thought said that he like had something pop out off his suit so that he'd be pushed back towards the portal because there is no gravity in space, so he shouldn't be falling.
Right.
So it pushed him back this way, so
That
he would
makes
just
sense.
keep going. But this is such a tough choice because Cap knows. He's like, okay, we got to close it. Like, this nuke is going to come through the portal, too, and do the same thing it was going to do anyway. Because, like, watch this nuke. Like, there's the portal. That thing was still going. Language. Oh, hi, Mark.
But if Hulk wouldn't have caught him, then Thor would have.
I don't know. They were taking their sweet time looking at him. He's not slowing down. Get the hell off me. Thor just rips the mask off. Hulk is like, I like how they make him like an ape. Like,
Why did Cap try to listen to his heartbeat?
no, he was listening to his breath,
He was listening to his heartbeat.
wasn't he?
Yeah, like on his chest through the suit.
I mean, he probably doesn't know how it works. Like he's pumped.
What just happened?
Think we won.
Please tell me nobody kissed me. The Hulk did. Oh, hey, all right, guys.
All right, good job.
Woo.
Let's just stop coming tomorrow. Let's just take a day. You ever tried shawarma? Shawarma joint about 2 blocks from your...
Shawarma's actually not that good.
Depends on where you get it. I've had good shawarma. Do you think shawarma sales increased exponentially after this movie came out?
I believe so.
Like, there's got to be a flow chart somewhere that shows it. This is a pretty good team shot, too.
Oh, yeah. And I love when he knows he's beat.
Dude, Hulk is mean mugging him.
Right here. Would you give him a drink?
Sure. For where he's going, I'll need one. That would be so cool. Like in real life, to have a team that would protect us. Like a superhero team. Like I know we have an army. Get this Tony Stark cut. Hey. Shut up. Give me a break.
Civil War.
Setting up Civil War already, aren't they? Dude, you'd be dead without them. You wouldn't even be talking right now. I like how they cover his mouth.
Mm-hmm. Some really good cameras for the news.
I'm not currently tracking their whereabouts. I'd say they've earned
Yeah, I think they've earned a break.
For now, yeah.
Cap's
Dude,
mean money.
Dude, the way he looked at the Tesseract, man.
He was mean mugging that thing.
So you let him take his and the war criminal both answer his corner. Oh, I think he will.
We will meet again.
Look at that car.
Oh my god. What do you think Hawkeye whispered to Black Widow? Or no, Widow whispered to Hawkeye to make him like giggle.
Smirk a little bit?
Yeah.
I don't know. I couldn't even begin to guess.
You know what? That's for them. Oh my god. This movie's perfect. Like there's nothing.
His hair should have been way more. I'm just saying.
He was going like 15 miles an hour.
You don't know that.
pretty extremely far. We get into a situation like this again, what happens then?
I'll come back.
Because we'll need them to.
This is the best the music hits. Right here. It's this build.
God.
The build up, and then it hits so hard.
Mm-hmm. That's a cool screen. It rolls up.
Did you notice he was like planning out the Avengers like rooms, like building Avengers Tower? God, it's Avengers Tower. Ugh.
It's like, you know what? Just leave the A up there. Bam.
Dun, 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 dun. It's perfect. It's perfect. Like, still as good as it always was.
Always, yeah.
Always. Like, seriously, the music, the visuals, the dialogue.
This is seriously just like a comic book. Like if you would, like, I thought about this today. If you put this on the page, this exact movie, frame for frame, line for line, in a comic book,
made it like a 6-part comic series that they'd like release like weekly.
You could probably just do it in one
That's a thick one though.
booklet.
A graphic novel.
Yeah.
So glad they're bringing Alan Silvestri back to do the music for Infinity War. Like when it hit in the trailer, but it was like a very downbeat version of it, like
Oh yeah.
bum 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 bum. It's like shit's going bad. This does put a smile on my face.
I cannot wait for that.
Oh my gosh. People gonna die, dude. It's gonna be a sad ending. That movie's not gonna end on a good note at all.
So who do you think is gonna die?
Oh, how many times are we gonna go over this? I think almost everybody will, honestly. I think that movie's gonna end with most everybody, and then like a few people will be left, and they're gonna have to use the time stone to bring some characters back.
Oh.
So that they can have the final battle. But I think people in the final battle will actually die for good.
Yeah.
Because here we go.
Because Thanos will take the time stone, so they won't be able to.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I haven't watched it yet.
Or Doctor Strange dies, so no one can use the eye. Bam! It writes itself.
Doctor Strange ain't dying.
You don't know that.
What?
That was like a normal hand, though. That looked like just
Russo brothers explain that, though. I'll talk about it afterwards, though. Oh.
Bam. That's big.
Down.
So the human hand.
Well, he is big, like he's an alien. But the more stones he collects, the less he needs less of his armor, and the more strong he gets as a character. So that's why he's bald, like he doesn't have the helmet and he's sleeveless, because he's already got 2 of the stones and he's starting to get just.
So he's just going to be naked.
No,
by the end.
No, I'm just saying he doesn't need the full get up. You know what I mean? But I think I think when he gets them all, he's gonna be like, he's gonna put.
Like when you saw that hand go like this.
It's because it was just a dude.
Yeah, but then you had like white skin and then red face.
It wasn't white skin.
Okay.
We'll go back and watch it again. It was not white skin. It was gray skin.
Okay. So then it's not red though.
Red? He's not a red character. What are you talking about?
That one was.
Dude. No, wasn't.
Right there he was.
He wasn't red.
That, I swear, that looked a very dark red.
No.
You're colorblind.
He wasn't red. People in the comments section, help me out on this one. He's not red.
I know in the trailer he's purple like he should be, but that looked more red than purple.
We'll go back and look at it. I mean, I could be really wrong, but I don't think he looked red. So this was the first...
Dan Sadik. Sorry.
So this was the first Marvel movie with 2 post-credit scenes. One not really pushing the story forward at all, but
Right.
still up there. The shawarma scene, like no words, just. And they filmed the shawarma after credit scene right after they premiered the movie.
So it wasn't in the debut of this movie?
Yeah, it was. So like the premiere, as in the Hollywood premiere, which happens like a month before like it actually gets released, and Robert Downey Jr. did an interview. It's like, yeah, we're actually about to go shoot something right now, and we're like, and they did, and it was that. And
that's funny.
Chris Evans had a buzz cut and a beard, so they put a little prosthetic on him, but he's covering his face because he's got a beard in that scene, and the hair is like not his.
Interesting.
Ryan Butters.
Gooch Gray.
Why is it Ryan Butters Wishlowski?
This is, I guess, his nickname. I don't know.
Butters? That's a bad nickname, man. You'd never call me that. Like,
people in the comments, he is now Butters.
I am not Butters Quinn.
Butters Quinn. Yeah, this will definitely go down as one of the best Marvel movies of all time. Like,
or just best comic book movie.
Like for what it was. I have a feeling that Infinity War will be better, but if you take into account when this premiered in 2012, for what it was, man, say those names, jeez. For what it was in this time, it was the culmination of it all, but then just like what we were saying through the whole movie, the writing, the shots and this on screen and characters,
it was just the perfect build
blend.
Up, the perfect combination of good writing, great dialogue, perfect actors for every role, music, action, visuals. There's nothing wrong with this movie. I think this music right there that they're playing is from when he's got the nuke on his back. And he goes to the hole.
Yeah. He shuts his eyes and fades away.
While this is going on, guys, the credits here. We are real quick. I want to talk about Stardust. Mention that real fast because we're going to talk about T-Blocks at the end again. So to save you from back-to-back plugs, make sure you guys get the Stardust app and follow us over there at Iconic Comic. That way, whenever we go see a movie, we watch a TV show, whatever it is, we're going to give you our instant reaction. Not a full review, but just our general quick thoughts without spoiling anything. And whether or not you should go see, a movie. And it's a really cool app, and we're over 1,000 followers on there now.
Oh man,
that's crazy.
I know. Yeah, we blowing up, man.
God, this music's so good. Okay, if they do. Hypothetically, if you could take the work time off, if they did a 2-day,
I couldn't do that.
Like a 2-day
just sit here
Marvel
and watch. I couldn't do it. I know what you're gonna ask. I couldn't do it.
Like they break it up into phases. Like you don't sit through all of them. No, like you come back to the theater the next day for phase 2, and then you come back for phase 3.
I don't think I could.
I would do it. It's so simple. And I like how Banner smirks a little bit like holy shit, what did we just do? They're nodding yep.
It still works so well. And then Thor takes this ginormous bite.
I'm so hungry.
That was a godlike bite.
Gosh, now.
Did it say the Avengers will return?
Nope.
I don't think it did. For all we knew, like after that, they could have just ended it. We may not have. For all we have known, we weren't getting any more. I mean, I think we knew that Iron Man 3 was coming because that was the next year, and that'll be our next commentary. Will be Iron Man 3. I like Iron Man 3.
Yeah, I thought it was good.
Yeah, I think some people really don't like the Mandarin twist.
I didn't like the Mandarin.
It bugs me a little bit
personally, but I mean,
I think overall as like a whole movie, I think it's actually one of like with all the PTSD stuff that Tony Stark goes through. I think that's some really cool stuff. It's more of like I would call it like Tony Stark 3. Like it's
pretty much
not even a lot of Iron Man in that movie. It's more about him. But yeah, guys, there you have it.
Yeah, guys.
There you go. The end of Phase 1. We are on to Phase 2 of our road to Infinity War. That was the Avengers. You want to score this thing out of 10?
It was 10.
10 out of 10. All right, that was easy. That was real easy. So yeah, guys, you want to go over T-Blocks again? You're good at it.
Yes, T-Blocks. Oh, right now.
No, I mean, like, do you want to go over it again? You're good at it. Like,
yeah, T-Blocks. Go over to tblocks.com, guys. It's a really cool T-shirt subscription service, and I actually went online and I looked how you actually choose the T-shirt, and you're not going to get the same thing as every other person that goes on that site. You get to choose what interests you, so it's not like, other T-shirts stuff where it's like you walk around and you see that person like, oh, you have that too? No, it's something completely different where someone is going to come up to you and say, dude, where'd you get that shirt? You can tell them T-Blocks. You can go on there. You can get they have two options. The T-Blocks option, where you get a licensed T-shirt like Marvel and DC and games and stuff like that. Or you can get the community blocks, which is it is an artist designed shirt. I can't wait to see what those look like.
Yeah, T-Blocks should send us a community blocks.
But yeah, so for $8.99 a month, you have a lot of options. You can do like 1 month, 3 months, 6 or 12. Just go on and try it out. See what you guys think. And if you use our promo code IconicTBX, you save 10% off any order. So you have nothing to lose. For a good quality T-shirt, I'm wearing one right now. It feels so good on my skin.
You have nothing to lose.
But
only to gain.
Everything to gain.
Only have to gain.
You can gain one sick T-shirt.
And remember, guys, it's always up there in the corner. If you want to get some cool rewards, head over to our Patreon and help support the channel. We're always trying to put out the best content for you guys, do these fun things like these commentaries, and every little bit helps in that process. But you can get certain rewards like getting access to these movie commentaries a whole day earlier than anybody else, and our podcasts and our movie reviews. You can get early access to all that stuff. Lots of cool rewards. Go check that out. And yeah, so that's Marvel's The Avengers. Iron Man 3 is our next on our road to Infinity War. But we are less than 2 weeks away now from Star Wars The Last Jedi. So we are going to try, no promises, to maybe get a Force Awakens commentary in here. If it doesn't get up by The Force Awakens, we'll probably do it afterwards. But, keep your eyes open and show your support. If you want it that badly, you got to comment. You got to like this video. You got to show your support for it. All right? So speaking of which, make sure you guys like,
comment,
share,
and subscribe.
So you guys don't miss a single thing from the channel.
Make sure you guys stay tuned.
Stay iconic.
And cue music.
Holy Grail.